With the kind permission of the Honorable Minister, sir, may I kindly request, I will sincerely apologize for the little time of. Once again, a very good evening to you all. Of Agriculture and Rural Development. With the kind permission of the Honorable Minister, sir, may I kindly request, I will sincerely apologize for the little time of. Once again, a very good evening to you all. Of Agriculture and Rural Development. And welcome to the event of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. The Minister himself, Chief Audioge OFR, sir, you welcome. He also a dynamic supporter, the Minister of State, distinguished Senator Henneken Lokobiri OFR. A round of applause for his proceedings. With the permission of the two ministers, please, sir, may I request we rise for a 1-minute silence in honor of our fallen heroes' families. Thank you. Honorable Minister, sir, this evening we have come to the Ministry of Agriculture and to Nigeria. And he has with him some of his team members. Yes,
the Economic Commercial Council.
The Ministry, Dr. Gidado Mohammed, the Director. We have representations from the Minister of Environment, of Raw Materials, and of course we have other directors of the Ministry. My colleagues, members of the press, you are all welcome, all the protocols, but may I recognize FAO, UNEDO, IFORT, EU Association, and the Evian, the Nelson Bank, and no agreed, no deal members. You are all warmly welcome.
I would like to welcome you on behalf of the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Shehu Ahmed, who is unavoidably absent because of some official exigencies. He sent his warm regards and on this occasion of receiving of the donation of Mycotoxin education handouts from the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. As you are all aware, agriculture remains the main dominant sector in rural areas, most viable sector in the economy, and still remains the highest employer of labor in Nigeria. But mycotoxin contamination constitutes one of the most important constraints to agricultural production, and thus adversely affect food security. The detection of mycotoxins in agricultural commodities usually leads to rejection, destruction, and wastage, and thus leads to reduced income, loss of foreign exchange, earnings, and poor image of the country. That's why we have a zero rejects committee in the ministry to deal with this type of issues. The serious economic and health implications of mycotoxins also highlight the critical need to provide farmers, consumers, and other value chain actors with adequate information on their impacts and affordable strategies to reduce contamination. The prevalence of aflatoxins in maize and other commodities in various regions of the country underscores the importance of raising awareness of the chances and consequences of chronic exposure to the toxin among producers, consumers, marketers, vendors, and other value chain actors. The agricultural extension agents and food vendors are known critical actors in agriculture and food value chain that could serve as appropriate vehicles for information dissemination that need to be informed, educated, and enlightened on the subject matter with a view to propagating the information. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Maimuna Habib and Dr. Anthony Negebu have actually initiated a very viable media through which millions of people engaged in agriculture and value chain actors will be informed, educated, and enlightened for the overall better human and animal health and increased economic benefits, as well as enhanced regional and global trade. While I commend the wonderful efforts of the authors, I sincerely appreciate the good gesture by the ambassador of the People's Republic of China, especially Dr. Zhou Jinpeng for his initiative, who is also an agriculturalist. Finally, I urge relevant government and non-governmental organizations, development partners, and other agricultural and food value chain actors to emulate the kind gesture by the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, so that the book can reach numerous actors in the agricultural and food chain and food value chains with a view to mitigating the mycotoxin menace. Thank you very much.
Introduce the handbook on mycotoxin for the education of farmers, extension agents, and food vendors. We are very much aware of the consequences of mycotoxin in the agricultural economy. By world record, 25% of the world's food crops are significantly contaminated by mycotoxin. Opportunity that His Excellency the Chinese ambassador is here, that we can launch these books as a way of informing the farmers and the food vendors on the consequences of mycotoxin. Extension agents will very much use this book, and it will help us in trying to control the contamination in our foods so that we can have better export and end foreign exchange to the country. Honorable Minister, sir, I just want to stop here because of time and appreciate the ministry for this kind gesture. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture. Omedu Jongo Dasha, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment, representatives of USAID, FAO, USDA, IFAD, Nexen Bank, NAFDAC, reps of all of FACAN, AFAD, Market Women Association, and AFEIN, directors present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, 我很高兴是你们中国人做这个，因为我是中国人，所以我们像家庭一样。然后 sorry. And then I would also like to thank the organizers of this event. I would like to thank the organizers for the opportunity to be present at this event. And then, as you may all know, mycotoxins prevention and control has been mainstreamed in National Food Safety and Quality Bill, and EU, through UNIDO, has been part of it. The EU hopes that at the end of this donation ceremony, the educational handbooks will create a great impact for the control of mycotoxins in human, animals, and agricultural commodities. Increased trade between EU and Nigeria, particularly in the non-oil sector, cannot be easily overestimated in terms of revenue, systemic effects on the Nigerian economic system, and job creation. Therefore, I hope that there will be dwindling rejection of Nigerian agricultural commodities by EU countries due to these fungal contaminations. Thank you very much.
We are so happy for this occasion because at this time when we are supposed to be exporting most of our commodities, mycotoxin has become a challenge, and we feel it should be properly addressed so that our product will not be rejected at the EU market and some other parts of the world. And we in FACAN, on our own, we have been trying to see how we can address the issue of mycotoxin in some commodities like beans. And we'll try to mitigate this by introducing what we call contract farming in FACAN, whereby we'll try to trace the commodities to the farmers at the farm level, and we'll make sure that whatever is being produced is traceable. And with that, whatever quantity that is going to be exported, we know where it's coming from and the quality and quantity that is coming out of every farm. And we hope that we'll be able to partner together and be able to lift our commodities to the international level, where it will not be rejected. Thank you for this particular occasion, and we hope we'll work together in some other commodities as we journey towards exporting our commodities. Thank you.
This country, this ministry, and the good people of Nigeria are now doing very, very good things to make sure Nigeria can achieve full self-sufficiency. I just had a very fruitful talk with the Honorable Minister and the Honorable Minister of State. To deepen agricultural cooperation between China and Nigeria is one of the major outcomes of President Buhari's successful state visit to China this year. And one of the major outcomes of the FOCA, Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, Johannesburg Summit last year. So from our side, we stand ready to cooperate with Nigeria, with Nigerian people, the government and the people, with the esteemed Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to implement the outcomes on this very, very important field. And this program, we believe, is one step taken by the ministry to help the people ensure their food safety and their, I should say, food is vital for survival. And the embassy and myself, my colleagues, are very proud we can be part of it. Thank you.
In recognition of their contributions to the Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, Dr. Pratt, who is doing the best he knows today, we thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for your great assistance to the quarantine service. That is a plaque of recognition of great support to the quarantine service. Plaque as well, as a mark of recognition for your great assistance to the quarantine service. A round of applause for him as he displays his flag of the quarantine services.
Book, Dr. Habib and Dr. Legedu, and all the members of various associations, FACAN, No Food, No Deal, because that's probably because I haven't had a good lunch yet. I want to thank all of you for this very short ceremony. I want to thank His Excellency the Ambassador and the people and government of China for this support you're giving us and for the other issues we discussed earlier in the office. We look forward to amplifying these programs to develop our agricultural sector. I'm particularly happy with these publications. I've actually read them because advanced copies were given to me about a week or two ago, And I was particularly thrilled by what I found here, because I have been particularly worried about aflatoxin and mycotoxins in food. It isn't just about exports. It is not just about exports. It's about what I call the slow self-poisoning that's been going on in this country because we haven't had sufficient education on what we eat and some of the dangerous elements that we find in our diet. If you see the pictures published here of some children and individuals who have eaten certain foods and the effect of aflatoxin on them, you will feel very, very sad indeed. With this kind of publication, we should be educating ourselves on the dangers of the food we eat. Food is a medicine, but food can also be a poison. And we must be careful not to eat poison in our search to nourish ourselves. Now that we're going to begin massive education of farmers using extension officers, this handbook will be necessary for every extension officer to hold.
Easy.
We need to inform all of you and those who are going to utilize these books that they are very, very vital handbooks. I have been complaining about packaging of our grains and our inability to dry grains properly in the proper environment after harvesting. From what I read here, a lot of it has to do with the growing of mold and then the effect of the mold on the grains and the effect of these grains on human life and so on and so forth. I think this is a very vital publication. I want to thank the authors. I see your profiles are very, very impressive. You spent a lot of time going to school, and I want to promise you that when I grow up, I'd like to be like you. But let's make more copies of this handbook available to extension workers and farmers, commissioners of agriculture in states, the directors in institutes, because there are too many strange ailments in this country now. Suddenly you find a young person of 18, 17 in the hospital who has kidney failure or liver failure. Nobody has an idea where she or he got hold of this kind of disease. A lot of it has to do with our lack of attention to what we do with food. You're driving by the roadside and people have poured cassava by the side of the road on the tar. And then they sweep it back and put it in a sack and give somebody to eat. A lot of dust, particles of tar, all kinds of impurities get into the food we eat, and nobody seems to pay attention. The next key thing is how to publicize the information in this book and make Nigerians aware that it's not just enough to eat just whatever. It also means there will be more laboratories under you in quarantine. Who checks the quality of what we eat? Who checks the quantum of impurities in our food? We need to grow in good health. It's better to prevent the ailment than to try and cure it, because then, of course, it becomes very difficult for you. So I thank you all, and thank the Embassy of China. But we will make absolute use of this, and if you find us making excerpts from this and publishing it, this is absolutely vital. You find that Nestle, when they want to buy corn for their cornflakes or their sorghum, they have to grade what we produce and reject a whole lot of what we sell to them, because they have labs to test these things, and the ordinary person seems not to bother about what the contents are or the quality of what we buy as grains. Now, West, North, and Central Africa are depending on Nigeria for grains. We must sell to them only what is good for their health. So once again, I thank you, the authors. And I do hope that more copies will be made. If it means selling or marketing, we must do all the publicity necessary so that people know the danger of mycotoxins and aflatoxins in our food. I know that IITA in Ibadan has been doing some work on AflaSafe. I haven't got details on what they do, but I think farmers themselves can prevent this is happening before we need to go any further. So thank you very much, Your Excellency the Ambassador, Honorable Minister of State, all you friends and visitors who are here. Thank you for your efforts, and may God bless you all.
The authors and the Minister of State as well.
The other guy is there?
Let's see the person. And His Excellency's officials, please get ready to join them. And the council here, please.
Thank you, sir.